How you doing, guys? This is Sam from Freerun. So today I'm going to take you through the Cartwheel Sideflip, and obviously there's no point in approaching this until you've learnt the Sideflip. So if you click here and check out the Sideflip, master it in its different sort of elements and stuff, and then take a look at this one. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so we're going to look at breaking this down into 3 simple steps, yeah? We're going to look at, first of all, the cartwheel itself, then we're going to look at the transition point into the side flip, which is the key point really, and then obviously, finally, is the side flip itself, which hopefully you've already mastered coming into this move anyway. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the cartwheel. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward move for most people, and a lot of people will probably be very familiar with this move. I'll demonstrate a couple for you in a second, but essentially you're going to be taking off of the same foot with the same hand going down on the floor first. So for example, if your left foot is going to be forward for your cartwheel, your left hand is going to be the first one that goes down. Now literally the way we kind of demonstrate it often is to create pretty much a star shape. Now obviously that's the shape that you're going to be as you're kind of going into the cartwheel, and you want to kind of maintain that throughout. But obviously as you're going forwards, you're going to basically just turn your hips and your body into the actual cartwheel itself. So I'll demonstrate a couple of those for you now. Essentially you're going to be placing your front foot forward, your front hand down. As you do that, you're going to drive your back leg up. That's going to give you the momentum for your cartwheel. Hold a rigid shape right the way down your core as your secondary hand, in this case it's going to be my right hand, comes over the top and meets the floor. Maintain that shape again as the takeoff leg comes off the floor as well. So then you're basically going to have a V shape in the air with your 2 legs, and then basically you do exactly the same on the way out of that. Now the good thing to do with your cartwheel is to try and maintain momentum. That's the key point to get a good side flip out of the back of it. So let's have a look at a couple of those now, and I'll kind of try and demonstrate that as I go. Now as you can see, it's trying to maintain that shape throughout the movement. The best thing to do, obviously, we'll look at those in some slow motions and you can kind of grasp the concept of that if you haven't already got it. But the key point here is to really push off of your hands so that when your feet come round, they really drive round fast, and that's what's going to give you a lot of momentum. And if you can practice linking that well into your side flip, you'll be able to get some serious height out of that side flip, and we'll try and show you some of those now. Now I find the thing with that is, as I said, and hopefully you'll be able to see it from the demonstrations, the key point is linking those two. So if you can really get the momentum, and as you come out the back end of the cartwheel, really drive up. I'm sure I could do it more as well. If you really use your shoulders and really pump yourself up into the air and don't rush into the side flip itself, let yourself go high, let yourself peak, then tuck into the side flip, and you'll find yourself being able to go so much higher than you thought you could. Then obviously we're into the final point, which is the side flip itself. So we'll take a look at that now. There's a few different variations of how you can do that. I like to do the cowboy tuck. I grab just below my knees on my shins and I drive my knees up towards my shoulders. I find that gives me a really tight, fast rotation. Equally, some people prefer to do the undertuck, and some people just prefer to grab into a tight ball, knees together. It's up to you, and I do recommend practicing the different variations and seeing what works best for you, because everyone's different, and everyone's got different preferences in how they do this stuff. So the important thing with the side flip essentially is, as you come out the back end of the cartwheel, don't rush into the rotation. Really extend your body, and I'm sure I could do this even more in mine as well, and this is something that I'm always practicing and trying to do more of. Really extend your body out the back end, drive your shoulders up, and don't tuck and rotate too early. Let yourself peak, let yourself get to the height that you think you can get, as high as you can go, and that's when you need to tuck in tight. Drive that rotation round, and as you've come about 3/4 of the way round of the side flip itself, that's the beauty of the move, is that you can spot your landing. So you can kick out nice and powerfully, one foot then the other. Obviously bend your knees nicely for a nice soft landing. And that's the cartwheel side flip. It's one of those moves that you can practice about with. I like to practice different variations in terms of like doing a really slow cartwheel, but really trying to nail that transition point of putting all the power into that drive out of the back end of the cartwheel and then going into the side flip, or you can do like a really fast cartwheel and see what height you can get from the side flip itself. So it's one to play about with, and everyone's slightly different in their techniques, but find what works best for you based on the same principles really. And that's the cartwheel side flip. So check out our other tutorials obviously on the Freerun tube, hit us up on the new Facebook account, hit us up on the Twitter, all the details are down in the description below, and I'll catch you on the next tutorial. Peace.